What's up guys, JKG here, and I'm back doing more Crash Team Racing. I figured by the time this goes up, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled will be coming out in a couple of days. So I want to do a little bit of preparation to make sure I'm the best I can possibly be at trying to speedrun that game as soon as it comes out. I'm joined today by the very lovely Charizard.
Hi.
We're not doing face cams today, we figured we'd just do some background audio as we talk about while I speedrun this game. You've not had any experience with this game?
Nope.
No, okay, well you're going to be the timer lady for this, and I'm going to just spout off information to you most likely, if you're okay with that.
Yeah.
Just as I do my thing. So right off the bat we've already missed a speedrunning opportunity. Because in the PAL region, the UK region and Europe, there's a language select screen, which the NSC doesn't have. NTSC, sorry, doesn't have. And you can select no language. There's a weird little glitch that if you press circle to back out, triangle to back out, sorry, circle's not back out, then you can actually select no language, which will make some of the dialogue actually run slightly faster. You'll save about 20 seconds. I'll show you the, it skips one complete dialogue box. So I'll show you that. Now all these characters have their own little stats. The best one for this is most likely, I believe it's Dingodile or Tiny, I think, because they have the highest speed. But they do suffer in terms of acceleration and handling. So I'm just going to do Crash because he's the all-rounder.
Yeah.
So I don't want to mess it up too much. I'm just going to try and do it as standard as I can. I'm going to try some other techniques that I haven't actually tried yet. So this should be interesting. It's a little preparation test for when Nitro Fuel comes out. You excited?
Yes.
Oh, you can see my previous runs there. Let's just stick it in that one for now. So as soon as Aku, the master, stops talking, I'm going to ask you to start the timer.
Right.
As soon as it does, because that's when the official thing starts. The world record in this is about 52 minutes. I will say now, I don't expect that. But yeah, as soon as he stops talking, so I'm going to be spamming triangle to get rid of him. And as soon as he stops, it vanishes, press start. You ready? Go. Time started. Excellent. Yeah. First thing is Crash Cove straight away. This is a little hub area. You'll see me racing through this, not very much. Hopefully it'll be a blur with any luck. But I'll teach you about the drifting mechanic and everything because you've not played this game at all.
No.
So feel free to ask me any questions, any burning questions you might have about this. Oops, I paused it by accident. That's already a bad start. 2, 1. That's where you accelerate to get the boost. I'm also using I'm playing this on the PlayStation 2 because that has the smallest input delay, Mr. Shortcut. That is the smallest input delay, apparently. It's the best version to play it on.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I'm playing it on PlayStation 2 rather than PlayStation 1, because it runs slightly smoother. And yeah, the PlayStation 3 one actually runs worse than the PlayStation 2 version.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, I know. Well, because it's like emulating it.
Yeah.
So it's like running like a copy of it. It's got to run an emulator as well as the game itself. So it creates quite a bit of input delay. And the problem is as well, you might hear a little bit of background rumbling because I'm so used to speedrunning this with rumble on. I've actually missed a shortcut again. Brilliant. Not good. Yeah, you might hear some background rumbling because I've gotten used to playing it with rumble on.
Yeah.
Which is pretty annoying. If I was smart, I would have not placed power-ups. I don't know why I'm doing that. Because it's going to get in the way of me trying to run my paths. That's what you shouldn't do. You shouldn't use the power-ups. But yeah, that's fine.
Surely the power-ups are there to help you.
Yeah, but okay. So here's the problem. If you're speedrunning, you want as little power-ups on the playfield as possible to get in your way. On the final lap, you can place whatever you want. But see, that's my own Nitro crate. Luckily, I got a shortcut though. That's good.
Oh, you didn't get that last time.
No, didn't get the last 2 laps, but it's good. I got this one. And see, because those have got right in my way. So I'm using like the smallest amount of shortcuts. I think a good lap in this is like 30 seconds. Which I'm getting 37 laps, which is pretty good. Well, that's the first one done. The major problem with this is load times. I think both PAL and NTSC have the similar load times. The simple mechanic, because you've not even seen the simple mechanic, is just X to accelerate, and then there's a drift, which you can use either trigger. There we go. You can use either trigger to drift, and when you'll see a little bar that appears at the bottom of my screen. In the bottom, was it right hand side?
Okay.
Got the bottom right hand side, when it fills up red, that's when you can boost. Can you see it there?
Yeah.
So red is how you get a boost, and you do that by tapping the other trigger. Yeah.
Okay.
So you press that one, you can drift, then you tap the other one when it goes red.
So basically,
Get a boost.
drift as much as you can.
Pretty much, yeah. Drifting, so you want to try and drift all the time, because that gives you a boost. If you manage to do it the entire lap, that's what's known as Sacred Fire. I didn't come up with this, but that's what the community has dubbed Sacred Fire. So obviously you need to try and get the boost and just drift all the damn time. So I'm just going to be trying to do that as much as humanly possible. That's obviously the optimal thing is to press the boost button as late as you possibly can.
Yeah.
On that, and then if I jump while going down here. Okay, so I'm not doing amazing, but I've managed to keep the boost most of the time, which is fine. And I've obviously keep doing it quickly, just out of force of habit.
Oh, nice shortcut.
Oh, not very good though. Oh wow.
You saved it though.
I did, but that will cost me vital milliseconds. And if I jump down the hill, so if you jump down the hill as well, it's got a weird mechanic where it maintains your speed.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I shouldn't have boosted. But if you can, that's perfect. Exactly what I need. That's the little nitro booster that's got there.
Okay.
So that'll make this shortcut very nice. Didn't even need it. I'm managing to get somewhat Sacred Fire. I'm not going to do this lap, but I did kind of do pretty well on the last couple of laps and maintain the.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, that's why you don't drop items. Need to hit my own item there.
Is it easy to control?
Oh, these things handle like an absolute dream. Oh, wow. That was not good. That's fine. That's fine, though. I didn't see my lap times, so I think they're okay.
To be quite honest, I was watching Crash. Not
Yeah,
the
you're
lap
just keeping
time.
right. That's fine. Don't worry. No, that's totally fine. You got to try and was it start? Start gets you through. So there's different ways to skip. You like each cutscene. You just have to spam each one.
Just hoping.
Yeah, just to get the optimal time for them to shut up. There we go. There we go. So that one, Rouge Tubes, we just played on. We will be on that track again in a minute because that's where the boss fight is.
Oh, okay.
Hit the wall. Mystery caves, okay. Made it. That was the boss door there, which you'll see in a minute. There's a lot of information. You doing alright taking all this in? Yeah? Any questions so far?
How many races do you have to do?
So there's 4 races per world, and there is 4 hub worlds, including one extra one, but that's just for the final boss when you beat all the 4 hub worlds. So this is what, Insanity Beach, the first one?
Yeah.
And then you have some of the other
That would be
ones.
like not reignited. What's it called? Reignited is Spyro.
It's Spyro, yeah. The Insane Trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first level was like Insanity Beach.
Yeah.
That's what it's kind
I
of.
played that when I was a kid, but didn't even know that this game existed.
Oh, it's amazing, honestly. Right, let's try and jump down the hill to maintain the boost. I know we're very good at that. There's like ghost boosting, but if you leap down the hills, you get those fire things are a bastard. But you can avoid them if you're smart enough. Oh, I just have to take it quite wide. It's fine. Yeah, so 4 races per hub worlds, and then you have the final boss as well. There are 4 tracks in each hub world. You'll always race the boss track.
Okay.
Yes, I got it. Cool. That was a missile that was being locked onto me. Luckily, I had an item. That's why you save your items.
Right, because that then deflects it.
Yep. There's a shortcut there as well. I should try and take really to optimise my time, but it's fine.
Is there shortcuts in every level then?
Pretty much, yeah. Oh wow, I'm awful there. Yeah, I'll try and take most of them. Some of them I won't be doing. There's obviously 2 different types of shortcut. There's intentional and unintentional. Some of them are glitches, which I will be trying to perform.
Yeah.
Obviously, to get the most optimal time possible. Some of them are impossible. like ridiculously hard. Some of them actually genuinely are impossible that only bots can do.
Okay.
Like I don't think the human hand can actually have the coordination to do some certain shortcuts. We won't encounter those for a little bit yet. Okay. There's a shortcut there basically on like the left hand side.
Yeah.
Brings you out here, but it does slow you down. It's like driving on grass in Mario Kart.
Oh. So what's the point in it?
If you are sacred firing, it doesn't affect you.
Oh, okay.
If you have constant boost going, you're not gonna be affected by the slowdown. That's why. So the one that I did in Rouge Tubes in the last map,
Yeah.
that slows me down, driving across the grass.
Yeah.
But I was going so fast that it didn't affect me.
matter.
Yeah. See? You see? That's what it's all about. That's why you gotta have your sacred fire, because you can just have the optimal. And honestly, I'm doing alright here actually.
You're doing 50 seconds per lap.
50-second lap's not bad. That was my slowest one because I had a bit of a dodgy bit where the path splits off just before the fire, but did alright. Alright, so we have one more of this world. What are we doing time wise? 8 minutes, that's not bad. The tracks get exponentially harder, obviously.
Yeah, I can imagine.
This is a bit of a breeze. There's a couple of points that I struggle at, and you'll obviously see those when we get there. Hopefully I won't mess it up, but I can't make any promises. Spam this away. Anything else? You're still taking all the information okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? Getting the most of it? Obviously, you've never seen
I'm
this.
enjoying watching it, to be honest.
Yeah, I've played this game every year since it's come out. So since 1999. I've been playing it non-stop. Honestly, I used to have a little steering wheel in my bedroom. The audience who have probably watched any of my videos might know this. But for those who don't, I used to have a steering wheel in my bedroom. I'd play it all the time. I'd set up little Crash Team Racing tournaments for my friends. Like, I love this game so much. So I decided to start speedrunning it because it fascinated me to be able to push this game to its absolute limits.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to be trying to do today. So if I'm lucky, there's a really, really good shortcut here, which I'm not going to get this time. It's up there, but I will be trying other laps. This has an interesting mechanic because you've got these walls. You can So you know I was jumping down hills earlier.
Yeah.
Trying to maintaining speed.
Mhm.
For some reason in this game, I don't know why, but when you're going downhill, oh god, nearly hit that. You go slightly faster. Oh no, I'm gonna get hit. Oh, that's annoying. That's really annoying. That. Sorry, I will finish the story in a second. I get very distracted playing this. So yeah, for some reason when you're going downhill, it speeds you up, kind of thing. I don't know why. But because this is like a half pipe level, you can trick the game into thinking you're constantly going downhill.
Right.
So you can like drift along the side of these. Oh, I missed the shortcut. No. Oh. But if you drift like right on the edge there, the game thinks you're going downhill.
Oh, okay.
And so you can just get some ridiculous speeds especially if you're sacred firing like along there, like I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
And then you want to try and ride these walls as much as humanly possible. Even if you're drifting like against the curve, it does think you're going faster. And oh my god, I don't even manage to keep that going. Why did I do that? And you can maintain the speed like ridiculously so.
Yeah. Oh, you took off like 2 seconds.
You should do. You should do from first to second lap, because your first lap you're starting from standstill, and with these you have the momentum. Missed it again. Ah, so annoying. All right, you'll see the catacomb. So above there, you see me. There's a catwalk. Just we went underneath there. You drive across that. And then there's a hole just to the back left of us that you can come out of, but it's actually more advantageous to jump off the catwalk. But it's a cool shortcut nonetheless.
You have to try it when you're trying to speedrun.
Well, I do need to try it while I'm speedrunning as well because it is more advantageous to do it, but unfortunately I just messed it up twice. What can you do? So it's the first boss fight.
Really close.
Yeah, the second time I nearly got it. So, first boss fight. I don't know if you've got a guess who you think it is. Ripperoo.
Oh, the one that I hate in the Insane Trilogy.
Yeah, you struggled with him a little bit, I believe.
Yeah.
There's no way to skip him, you just have to listen to him talk. He actually, excuse me, uses the same laugh as the hyenas from The Lion King.
Yeah?
Yeah, the same audio file. It's just a stock audio file the different companies have access to.
No.
So Universal had obviously access to it as well.
At least he's not bouncing everywhere.
Yeah, he's a bastard though. So bosses in this game have a very unique mechanic in that they'll just drop one type of item for the most part.
TNT?
Here's one is TNT. Yeah, he only
Which
drops
makes sense.
TNT because that's kind of what he's known for, right?
Yeah.
So,
Because that's what you have to try and kill him with in...
Yeah, it's what he drops. He drops big TNT, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Insane. Oh, wow.
Mushrooms. What's the green bubble?
That's a shield. That's why I activated that immediately.
So it protects you if you was to...
Yeah, and I've got another one as well. So I should also talk about Wampa fruit in this game. So at the top of my weapon, at the top you can see my weapon there. That's next to cycle. Next to it you see Wampa fruit, which you'll probably recognise from the Insane Trilogy.
Yeah.
If you break those, what look like bouncy crates. Yeah, not the question mark ones because they give you items. If you break the bouncy crate, I can't take the shortcut that time. These ones, which I'm not going to hit. It actually speeds up your cart.
Oh.
Alright? If you get 10, which is the maximum, you go super fast.
Right.
As a speedrunner, I think there's only a 0.2 increase if you're sacred firing. So if you're using sacred fire, there's only a 0.2 increase to your speeds, so it's actually not worth it.
Yeah.
Because you have to go out your way a lot of the time and go work. Like for me to go out my way to hit that one on the corner there would be worse than me just trying to take the optimal racing line.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So, oh wow, oh no, last lap. Come on, come on, come on. That couldn't have gone worse. That couldn't have gone worse.
At least you're still first there.
But I got it though. It would have been more catastrophic if he won.
Yeah.
And the other interesting thing about the Wampa fruit as well is if you get 10, it changes what power up you have.
Oh, okay.
So if you have a boost, it will make your boost last longer. If you have the shield, it will turn it into a blue shield, which lasts forever until hit or fired, because you can fire them forwards.
Yeah.
It changes TNT crate to a Nitro crate, which is an instant explosion, because TNTs you can bounce and just try and get them off your head. Missiles, you get 3 rather than 1, I think, stuff like that.
Okay. So what's the keys on the
That's the boss key.
left-hand side?
Yep, in the middle.
No.
Oh, those are time relics. You might recognise those from the Insane Trilogy as well.
Yeah. So
You can play through levels to get a time relic.
Yeah.
You can go back through the levels and do a time attack challenge, where they have time crates as well. You played the Insane Trilogy, right?
Yeah.
They have yellow boxes everywhere.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a relic race?
Yes.
Yeah, they have time boxes everywhere, and you can do all the tracks with time boxes on them. So we're gonna go up here first. Welcome to the second zone, and that's one thing I love about this as well, is it's got the same theme playing, just in different styles. It's got a bit more of like an Aztec-y style going in this one. It's quite nice. It's really good how they sort of do that. How are we on time?
16 minutes.
Okay, that's good. So this is probably the most uneventful track in the entire one. I really wouldn't have much to say. So any other questions, feel free to fire them off at me.
Does it have any shortcuts?
Not really. It has a couple of glitch ones that are quite hard to do. If I'm sacred firing, I might try them. But there's no intentional shortcuts in this. So you can go over that hill to the side there.
Yeah.
And you cut the corner. But you need to be sacred firing. Why am I dropping power-ups? Oh. Oh gosh.
So if you're not first in a race,
Yeah.
I'm assuming you can't.
Wait, why is that coming? Sorry, I blew that up.
No, it's alright.
Oh, I blew that up as well. Oh my god, did you see that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I did there? Those bowling bombs. I fired backwards, and you can press circle to detonate them. I just guessed where they were.
Yeah.
I did that twice in a row. I'm so proud of myself.
Well done.
Sorry, go on. What was your question? What did you say?
I can't remember now.
I'm sorry. Oh, I can't remember.
No, it's alright.
I wasn't. I got excited because I got very, very nervous that I was about to get hit. There's another one as well where you can like leap over that brick wall and it glitches out the screen. Oh, you see, I got Nitro crate now.
Did you do anything?
That's from having a TNT crate.
Oh, God. Oh.
I thought I'd try it. I was sacred firing, but I lost it very, very quickly.
Yeah.
I thought I'd give it a go. I don't normally go for them, but now I've gotten a lot better at sacred firing in like my last couple of runs. So I thought I'd been like, yeah, I thought I would try anyway. There we go.
That's what I was asking. If you didn't win a race, do you have to then redo it?
You have to redo
So
it.
you have to come first.
You might as well just start again.
Mm.
If you're speed running, you might as well just turn it off. Honestly, there's no point in carrying on. So you're going to talk to... This mask is going to keep coming up because it kind of gives you the tutorials. What I'm going to do now is deliberately activate one, because this one is unavoidable and you have to activate it, and it's best to activate it now.
Okay.
Because he's talking about boss garages there.
Right.
Garages in the UK. So...
Where did you turn around?
Oh, it's because he says garage. I didn't do it. So, a weird, stupid little mechanic. I was trying to look backwards.
Yeah.
That stops the game from lagging so much and makes the loading screen work faster.
Oh.
There's like 3 or 4 tracks you have to do that in. That makes it load faster. Yeah.
It's the amount of knowledge that you have in this game is ridiculous.
Oh, it's great, honestly. So this is where the game comes down to RNG a little bit as well.
So is that nitrous oxide?
That is neocortex.
Oh.
Yeah. Nitrous oxide's a bad guy in this.
Oh, nitrous oxide is the alien,
Okay.
isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so this is where the game comes to RNG.
Oh.
There's a shortcut that's obviously programmed in, it's intentional. It's a really cool shortcut, it's the only one that you have to have an item for. And I've got another one as well. So it can ruin a run if you don't have an item. You need an item you can fire forwards 3 times.
Yeah.
This is the only bit of the game that's up to RNG. Random number generator.
Yeah.
We talk about the RNG gods in Pokemon Go all the time when we play.
Well, that's because they love me and they don't like
And they
you.
hate me. But they've been very kind to me. They gave me 2 firing forward items. This is a very cute track. I like this one, Tiger Temple. I'm not sacred firing through those.
I'm just... Quite a lot of this, obviously, I'm assuming it's because it's quite old, but it's quite
Go on.
dark.
Yes. It's not the brightest game. I don't know. Maybe the brightness on my telly isn't that great either, but it isn't exactly the most vibrant game in the world. A lot of it is a lot of darks, and because it's easier to do the sky like a black and render it, so there's a lot of night skies and stuff, and just like boring gradients or whatever.
Yeah.
What they're doing in the what you'll like about... Oh, I haven't got an item. I should have used it. Damn, I wasn't paying attention. I should try to get an item to fire forwards. You can see what the rest of the track looks like now though. Yeah, like it's very, very simple. They kept it very simplified.
Yeah.
Obviously to make as much space, use as much space as possible on the
Yeah.
disc. But with the Nitro Fueled version, they're actually like got unique skies and everything looks a lot brighter. That's just by technical limitations at the time, basically. I didn't do very well on that track. Sorry. After not doing the lag switch and being able to look backwards, I was a bit thrown.
You'd be doing a lot better than what I'd be able to do, baby.
No, thank you. Right, he's going to moan at me. What's the next one's... Oh, okay, it's that one. Yeah, okay. I think it's the boss track.
Okay. Didn't you say there's like 4 tracks
Yep,
in each level?
yep, so we've done 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the third one, Papu's Pyramid. This is the one that the boss races on. The
Oh,
most
okay.
bastard one of them all. You'll see why. This is my least favourite track in the entire game. If you're good at this track, you can do laps in about 15 seconds.
Right.
I'm not good at this track. I will do my absolute best. So this has right angle walls. Already a fucking annoyance. Excuse my French.
Oh, so it's harder to drift.
Oh, I did that perfectly. I don't believe it. I very, very rarely get that right. You can cut across the grass as well if you're sacred firing, but I'm not. And then you can jump onto that platform, but I'm not sacred firing, so I can't get it. And you can jump onto that pillar on the side there, which I probably could have made if I tried, but I got too nervous. And then what you do is you jump on that wall that's next to me, and you can, I don't know why I didn't try a jump. You can jump this gap over here, so you can miss that entire bit there.
Yeah.
But, which I didn't do, because I wasn't sacred firing. But I just cancelled it. So boosts kind of stack in this game as well.
Yeah.
That's why you want to make it last as long as possible.
Okay.
That way you're trying to use it as late as possible. Your boosts. Ugh. I hate those corners. I hate them. And those things can eat you, so you don't want to get too close to them.
Kind of remind me of the
Piranha plants, they
like
absolutely
Mario.
are piranha plant rip-offs. I
I've
could have made that, but I don't know
recently
this.
been playing that in Smash.
In Smash, yeah. So what I'm going to try and do is try and... No! Fuck. Oh, cut it too far. I'm going to try and jump across that gap.
Ooh.
I put that there, I think. I just assume I put down those power-ups because I keep accidentally putting them down. What is wonderful about this game as well is you can just get a feel for the boost system. So I can kind of do it without looking. But every now and then I need to glance down, which is what I was doing then. I'll save this. Oh, you fucker. And then you can jump on that wall that I'm right next to now.
Yeah.
And then you can jump and do a 180 at the finish line.
Okay.
And that's how you can get some ridiculous laps in this, honestly. Just by abusing, like, so there's checkpoints that you can't see. So it's to stop you from cheating, so you have to load a certain part of the track before you can skip certain parts.
Yeah.
Because if you just skip a certain part without loading a certain part of the track, then it will just mask you up as if you've gone out of bounds. But there are ways to abuse that. So you have to go to a certain point, reverse up, and then do all these jumps and stuff, and then you can do it. But I'm not good enough yet, basically. Last track of this world. What's this one? I always forget. Oh, Doom Canyon, of course. This one we've seen remastered already.
Yes.
This is in the remaster. So I'll give this a go. There's we blue rolling things across the floor, the armadillos. Oh. They thankfully... Oh, Mr. Boost. They thankfully are on a cycle, so if you remember it well enough, you can know where they are at every lap.
Oh, okay.
So they go on a perfect cycle every single lap. So if you're
You
running it
remember
perfectly... I don't know it by heart, no. I wish I did, but I don't. It all comes with practice and time.
Yeah.
I've got a faint idea, but I normally just play it by eye. Like that. I wasn't going anywhere near as fast enough as like the best people do. And there's one more armadillo at the bottom here. There we go. Cool. Right out of my way. That's what I like. Oh, I just got fired. Didn't fire backwards.
Oh, no.
Didn't get a boost either. Fuck you. Oh shit. What am I doing? Be gone. Oh! Okay, so this is... Wow, this is going awfully. And I've gone the least optimal way as well. Gosh. Who's got TNT on their head? First place Zapper. Very rarely get to see those. Not sound egotistical, but...
Just, you're showing me everything, aren't you?
That's it. Oh yeah, no, that was the point of it. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
well done. Well done, you. You got my back, it's alright. I didn't maintain my speed down the hill. I keep going in the water for too long. Save it. There we go. I'm also playing with a first-party PlayStation controller. I have obviously a second-party one, like one that's not made by Sony. But this has the ever so slightest less input delay.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I'm also playing through a upscaler that allows me to record this in 1080p, which does make it run slower, which means I will never be able to get a world record time with this. Like, it will be impossible for me to get a world record time because I have so many delays.
Yeah.
It's Papu Papu's second boss.
Yeah.
He's the first boss, I believe. The original Crash.
Is he?
We jump on his head 3 times.
Oh yeah.
Very easy.
The,
5
6
times in the
or-
Insane trilogy. You got to jump on his head 3 times in the original. They tried to make him harder, but he's like the most pathetic boss in the world.
Doesn't he try and sit on you or something?
I can't remember. I played it less than I played this, clearly. I love CTR more than I actually love Crash, which is weird. I'm more of a Spyro boy, which is blasphemous to say.
No, they're made by the same people, right?
No.
No?
They're owned by the same company now.
Owned by the same company.
Okay, so he didn't... Oh, he did drop that there. Bastard. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, so this is now the boss fight.
It's a little bit of RNG whether he would drop a potion right by the track there. And this is what he does. He potions...
Oh. Yeah, you don't want to be behind him for very long then.
No.
That's basically what you're saying.
I'm going to keep this missile just in case he comes from there.
Oh!
Perfect. Could have done that
looked
better.
pretty cool.
Thank you very much. Could not have done that better if I tried. Honestly, that was as smooth as I could have done it. It was like butter. Woo! I've got to try it once, right? I've got a missile in case I fuck it up. Fuck off!
Oh, how did you do that? You've just basically skipped half the track.
Their stats are a lot higher. You can unlock these characters by doing stuff in the story mode or by using cheats.
Okay.
But you can't use them in the story mode.
Yeah.
Well, you can if you cheat it, which I might try at some point. I've never tried it. But there is an exploit that allows you to...
But one that you can never get is nitrous oxide, right?
You can never brace nitrous oxide, unfortunately.
Which is what you think they're going to try and do. For...
Which is what they are doing.
Oh, they are doing.
Nitro Fuel. Oh, you son of a bitch!
Oh no.
It's alright. I can do it. It's going to be randomising my weapons and slow me down. It's alright, I just need to race better.
You still got this.
I fired off 3 there because he throws items that you can end up shooting.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to...
Then end up in one.
Yeah. What if he drops one and then the missile misses?
Yeah.
I'm not going to do the shortcut.
Just in case.
I should, but I'm not going to. Because of how close I've cut this. I'm just going to race it normally. Which isn't nowhere near a competitive time, and that's not even the best shortcut you can do, because there's a pillar in the middle that you can jump to, and that bit that I nearly got on my second lap of the first time I did it, you're supposed to do both of those, and then you can jump on the wall and then do a 180 and cross the finish line, get ridiculous lap times. But I'm not good enough for that track. I don't like it. I should practice it more. Just play that
At
one.
least you beat the boss.
But I did, and I got the second boss key, so that's all that's important. Yeah, I know. Much more lumpy, do you think?
Well, you basically even got like the
Optimal
map
path to
world.
the...
Like,
I won't memorise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly where to go. So, I can't remember to look backwards. Is it not that? Oh, it's that. Yeah, there we go.
oh, is this the polar bear one?
Oh, I missed it! Oh, what an idiot! Oh, I was looking backwards, so it didn't load the entire environment.
Yeah.
Because that makes this lag. You'll sort of see it slow down ever so slightly. I was trying to shave off milliseconds, end up losing seconds. Oh well. Yeah, this is the ice level. The ice world. There's a good number of shortcuts in this, which I will give my best attempt if I'm sacred firing.
What's your favourite track then?
Very good question. I do like the Tiger Temple. Because it's got an intentional that shoot the item one.
Yeah.
That makes it a lot more fun. That makes the items more worthwhile, kind of thing. And anyone can take that at any point, which I think is really fun. Oxide Station's quite a fun one as well because it's quite sprawling, pretty big, and the amount of exploits people have got in it, which we'll get to. Oh, and there's another one with right angled corners. Is it Cortex Castle?
Okay.
But that is a cool thing that you can do, which I will show you too. So stay tuned. You'll see something pretty cool that I can do in that one. It's the ultimate speedrunning strat, which definitely makes you go faster, I promise. Oh shit, I went the wrong way. Oh well. Right, I'm going to try and Sacred Fire and take the shortcut.
Didn't you just take a shortcut?
Yeah, the wrong one though.
Oh. How do you take a wrong shortcut?
My brain turned off for some reason. This is fairly easy track though. There's a lot of tracks I don't like in this game, which is weird, because I love the game so much.
Yeah.
I don't know, something just about the charm of this game. Paper Pyramid isn't even my least favourite track. We've still got those to come.
Well done on missing that.
Thank you very much.
Thing, baby.
I think they run on a cycle as well. Fuck you! That's not good. Should have done it on the last lap. Shit. That's alright. Got a couple of corners left.
And that boost. Oh.
And he hit my item. I will go for it because that's the best shortcut you can take in the track, obviously. And there's walls you can jump over, which I forgot to try.
Oh, I don't saving that.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll probably go 8th in one of these races and have to pull it back. Tiny arena. Almost guaranteed you I'll go 8th. Because that track is annoying. And there's nothing fun to it at all.
Yeah.
You'll see it's just a lot of just jumping through mud. I'm spamming the wrong button. So I believe it's the last dialogue box. Oh no, I've already had it. Oops. Oops.
Yeah, so he doesn't try to talk to you anymore.
We are fine now. Unless you go to the save load screen, which is catastrophic. Don't do that. There's the only other dialogue box you can have, so I need to make sure I don't go too close to that. Because if I go too close to that screen, he'll start talking to me.
Right.
It's a giant TV screen. We'll drive past it in this world. Like, when we finish this world, we'll end up driving past it. So. There we go. Okay, so this one has a couple of fun shortcuts actually as well, which I'm going to try and do. There we go, there's one. Now if you're sacred firing correctly, this is hard, but I'm going to... No. Okay. There's a mine track, which I will try and do. That drives around there and you can jump off down here.
Yeah.
I will give it a go. And this is the...
Ooh.
Wow. 7th. It's fine, I can put it back. It's first lap. If that was the last lap, that would have been hard. Oh, and I also sucked at the shortcut. Alright, let's go. Head in the game. I don't want to sound like I'm making excuses. I'm not very good at this game. Like, just FYI. I love speedrunning it, but that doesn't mean I'm a good speedrunner.
Yeah.
I know these mistakes I make are mine. It's fine.
You still came out of it alright though.
Yeah, I didn't come out as good as I could have, but that's the best shortcut you can take.
Yeah.
In this track. And this is also the boss track, so that's fun.
Someone just helped you out there.
Yeah. Oh shit. Can't get rid of it. Oh wow. Someone must have taken the bullet for me, or it hit a wall. There's nothing to really do when you're locked on.
Other than
Just
try and use
accept your fate, yeah. Or use an item, yeah. If you're throwing off a head, it doesn't even affect you.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
So I'm assuming you could technically fall off of that edge.
Yep. Yeah, that's not fun. Because the return to track mechanic is not quick.
No.
Obviously there should be a punishment for falling off, but it's not exactly the fastest thing in the world. How are we doing for time? I think we're doing alright. I think I'm about on point with my best.
Yeah?
About, yeah. Well, because we're about halfway through now. And 119's my best, so we're not doing too bad.
Ooh.
That was the boss arena, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Nearly went the wrong way. So here's the save load screen.
That's not going
Don't go too
again.
close to that. Oh.
How did that not count?
You have to be right in it.
Oh,
You can drive
okay.
around them. I was trying to cut it as fine as I could, but c'est la vie. I started off a speedrun once by missing the second entrance gate. I was missing the first entrance gate for Crash Cove. I missed because I was trying to drift, and I was like, "What an amazing start to a run that is!" But I was recording, and I was like, "Well, when did I do it?" This one we've also, at the time of recording, have already seen remastered as well. This, thank you, Tiny, for that. This little gradient sky doesn't exist anymore in the new one. It looks lovely. There's some clouds. I used to hate this track. I've actually gained a bit of affinity for it over time. If you're sacred firing, can be a bit of a bitch, but these little pillars can be really annoying if you're jumping all the time.
Yeah.
You need to not. You just need to drive over them. Oh, mask. Good.
What does that do?
Speeds you up, makes you invincible. Where'd you get that? You can get any item in second place.
Ooh. Is that a shortcut?
Yeah. Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. Oh no, I think you are supposed to.
Putting something on your screen.
Wrong way.
And then.
You told me I was going the wrong way.
And then you're like, no, I'm not.
No, trust me, I'm going the right way. I was sacred firing, so I was like, yeah, sweet. I'm doing alright with sacred fire at the moment. It's not stopped. The flames haven't gone out.
No.
Which is what that's what I'm going for the entire time.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go.
Saved it.
There's a really cool shortcut. Should I try it?
You can.
No. You jump over that wall and then you can skip this entire section. I'm far enough ahead that I could try it. Like I said, this is a bit of a test for me to try out some new techniques. But you can leap that wall. If I got that right, I would have landed here. Right here.
Oh, okay.
If I got that right. Unfortunately I didn't, but so did me. And I'm also not going to be able to jump the wall this time because I'm not sacred firing, but it's fine. It's not going to be the best lap now because
Ooh.
Oh shit! I was far enough ahead to fuck off. Sorry. I had the Nitro crate, so I was like, yeah. Man, Coco's been a bit bitch, huh?
Thought she was supposed to be your girlfriend.
No, she's my sister.
Oh. Which one's your girlfriend?
Torna Bandicoot? She was only in the first game. We have to rescue her. Coco was in the second one. Although she technically is in the first now, because they made her retroactively appear in it.
Yes, because you can
play as her, yeah, which you never used to be able to do. She's a bit of a bitch. I'm hoping Torna will be a playable character, because it's a bit of a sausage fest, this game. Coco being the only female playable character.
Yeah.
So Torna would be a lovely addition. I think the fans kind of want it as well, to make it a bit more inclusive, because it is just a dick fest. There's no there's no Peach or Rosalina or Daisy.
No.
Not that they're strong female characters, but you know what I mean. There's no woman characters even for representation, you know.
Yeah.
Aliens have more representation than women in this game.
And polar bears.
And polar bears. Well, technically it's on point with polar bears. Whoop.
Oh, I'm getting too
I thought I'd scare you a little bit. Just jumped on the wall a little bit. You can ride along some of those. That bit of ice that you boost off of, you can skip the corner and you don't have to use the boost to do that jump, but I didn't have any faith in myself. So if you have any questions, now would be the time to sort of say them, because this is like my least favourite track. Tiny Arena. It's just boring.
Yeah.
This is in the trailer remastered. We haven't seen it fully played remastered yet. But believe me when I tell you it's boring. I might end up going 8th place. The only thing you'll see me doing is just doing a lot of jumping over little bumps to maintain the speed as best I can, and trying to sacred fire on the most tight, annoying track in the world. Just, you can watch it. Any questions, feel free. This would certainly be the time, because this one sucks. Honestly. I'm not a fan of Tiny Arena at all. Oh, shit. It's like, we've got this weird mud mechanic which slows you down, which is unavoidable. It seems like nothing you can do can really like get ahead of the people in this.
Yeah.
Even like I was watching like get the summer games done quick, and even they were going behind in this track just because there's nothing you can do, like to speed wise. So it does come down a bit to RNG whether they get items that mess you up that you have to try and avoid or anything.
I suppose they've got to have some tracks like that though, because otherwise
Yeah.
you'd get bored, right? Constantly just.
Well, I'm glad not all
always-
tracks are like this because otherwise it wouldn't be my favourite game. And that's what
Well,
it
no,
is. It's
but-
it's the characters. It's the world. I love the hub worlds. I think it's such a cool idea that you drive around and go on like an adventure in your cart and race in different tracks.
Yeah.
That's what I loved so much about this game as a kid because it was just a full adventure kind of thing. And it loads each zone seamlessly. You don't have to go into like a warp. Like those doors, you can just drive from one area to the other.
Yeah.
The map seems massive, but that's what those tunnels are. Is it's loading the next area, which is inspired kind of thing. You know, long tunnels between
Yeah.
hub worlds. Yeah, it's great. So, what are your thoughts on this game so far?
Blocky graphics, but
Yeah,
like
it's
you
old.
said it's
99.
99.
This
So.
game's almost as old as you.
So yeah, pretty
You're
good.
97, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm quite intrigued by it, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm sat here in like, what do you call it, like anticipation and
Let's take a file. Yeah. Well, seeing what comes next, kind of thing.
yeah,
There's
but
not-
also like into the game. So like you said when you were like going over the wall, I was like no, like
I've got it. Sorry.
kind of immersed in it.
Yeah, that's good. It's not as like as an immersive kind of experience as like other games. It's not really got a good story either. Do you know they deliberately made the story bad in this?
No.
Intentionally, they made the story bad. So Naughty Dog, who made Crash, yeah,
Yeah.
under Universal. Oh fuck you! Missed it. Damn. Yeah, they made it under Universal. Oh, I missed it as well. Fuck. And by Crash 3, they were forced to just work in like the halls and stuff. Like they were sitting, like they didn't even have like any offices or anything to work in. They just have to like sit in corridors of the Universal buildings.
Okay.
As they were treated awfully when making Crash 3. And so Naughty Dog said, nope, no more, we're quitting and we're going to make our own IP. And they put a concept together of a racing game, which just had a bunch of blockade characters racing. What hit me?
No idea.
And they took it to Sony anyway, and they were like, we love it, we want it to be a Crash game. They're like, well, we're not working with Universal again because they treat us like crap, so we'll only do it if you acquire the license for Crash for this one game.
Yeah.
So they did. They acquired it for the one game. Universal still own the rights to this day, but they acquired it so that Naughty Dog can make this racing game. And they decided, so they got the contract to make it, obviously. But what they wanted to do was to kill Crash for Universal, so that nobody would want Crash anymore. It was their baby. They made it, and Universal obviously owned the rights and treated them like crap. So what they tried to do is just destroy Crash. And so they made the most ridiculous story of an alien. What the hell? Sorry. Of an alien coming down who wants to turn the world into a parking lot.
Yeah.
That's the story of this game. And if you lose to him, then he will overthrow the world. Oh, sorry, I'm getting really nervous. There we go. Ooh,
Oh, that was a close
that
one.
was very close. That was the one I was expecting to go 8th on. So at least I didn't, which is good. But yeah, they literally were like, let's make a story that seems like Crash jumped the shark. So nobody's going to be interested in playing a Crash game after this one. But people actually loved it, me included. I think it's quite funny. It's the fun boss. This is Komodo Joe. It's in Crash 2, I think.
Oh, I haven't played against
No.
him. Yeah.
Komodo Joe and Komodo Mo, they're Komodo brothers. They're a boss in Crash 2. Joe and Mo were supposed to both be in one cart. And Mo doesn't appear anywhere in this game. Because technical limitations. So you only face Komodo Joe. There's no Komodo Mo. Maybe they'll both be in one cart in the Insane trilogy. Like they were supposed to be originally.
Mm.
Para and Polar were supposed to be, but they've split those out in Nitro Fields. Thank you. So yeah, recognise this world? It's the one with the minecart.
Oh yeah.
So Komodo Joe's really annoying because he throws TNTs and drops nitro crates.
Oh.
So he's like Papu Papu in that he throws yellow beakers and drops red ones.
Yeah.
Except he throws red TNT and drops green nitros. Up.
Are you better being in front or behind?
In front, definitely. He only throws them backwards. For most of the bosses, it's best to be in front of them than behind them. Trust me. There's one boss where that's kind of an exception, where it doesn't matter whether you're in front of him or not. It's just best to be a mile in front of him. Wow, that was awful. You think I would have got slightly better at this track after racing it once today already? I think my lap times are actually worse.
I can't actually remember.
No, that's fine. Oh my god, I hit him! His face flashed up red.
Oh.
That means I hit him with that bowling ball that I shot backwards. Yeah. Bowling bomb. Bomb ball? What do we call them? I always call them bowling balls. Bowling bombs. Never got it right. I wonder if he wants to taste of his own medicine. He's not going to hit that, it's too close to the wall.
But at least then, it's a last lap anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, so hopefully I'm going to... He doesn't drive through that water, so you get a little bit of a leg up there. Trust me, you know the leg ups you can get. Even their stats are objectively better. Like, whereas Crash has like middle of the road all stats.
Yeah.
And some characters can have max out one stat and low other stats. These bosses will have like max out 2 stats. And then low range one of the others.
Yeah.
It's like high handling, high acceleration, low speed. Or high speed, high acceleration, low handling. Yeah. They're fun. There's one character that has full max stats. But that's only a cheat character.
Who's that?
Pin's a penguin.
Oh.
Yeah. So, if I went to language selector and selected no language, this dialog box wouldn't exist. This conversation wouldn't happen.
Right.
For some reason, it just gets rid of that conversation. And he talks so slowly as well. So that's why it's quite a crucial one to get rid of. But it's fine.
Where are we going now?
To the final area. Oh, nearly went to the save load screen. That would have been funny. We're going to possibly my favourite area.
Castle.
Citadel. So yeah, castle. Nice. So these tracks all have another really cool gimmick. Okay, so all of these tracks in this world, you know, I've been talking a lot about Sacred Fire. Mm. Yeah. You can now have something called Ultra Sacred Fire. And these 4 laps are the first time that it's possible. Now I'm going to try and do it, and I'll show you it when we get to it. But there's something called Ultra Boost Pads, or Super Boost Pads. They actually give you more of a boost than having Sacred Fire does.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and this is the first level that has one. So I will show you it right here. It's not this one, surprisingly. This is just a weird boost tunnel that does the power of a normal boost pad. But that boost pad we just went over, that jump, is an ultra boost pad.
Oh, okay.
And you don't want to drift, you don't want to do anything, you just want to drive because it will cancel out ultra sacred fire. You drop down a tier if you drift or do anything, you just go back to sacred fire. So you want to maintain.
Ooh.
It's me trying to cut the corners. Fuck. So I'm not going to go for it this time, but I will attempt to do Ultra Sacred Fire next lap. Being as I fucked up that corner. I got too far ahead in my own brain.
You've got this, don't I?
Thank you very much. But yeah, all of these next 4 tracks have a point to do Ultra Sacred Fire in. So you can sort of do it here, which is fine. You know, you keep your Ultra... Oh, I've cancelled it. Idiot. They were actually going faster than me. Oh, shit. But yeah, these 4... tracks all have a place to do it. How are you on time?
You're on 52 minutes.
The world records has finished. And we've got
Oh wow.
yeah. We've got what, this track. 3 more in this area. Ah, oh, you son of a cunt. Excuse my French. You're supposed to jump that with Ultra Sacred Fire, and I didn't. Oops.
Oh, this is only lap 2, right?
Yeah, that's
so
why
you've still got a lap
I still got a lap to do it. That's why I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go for Ultra Sacred Fire, but I'm not gonna try and jump that hole.
Okay.
I just wanted to show off.
Oh, someone put a Nitro box there. That was.
Yeah, para, little bitch.
Oh,
Fuck me.
this is not a level that likes you.
No, I quite like this level as well. It's quite like aesthetically pleasing. I really like the look of this one. Oh, I can't hit these boost pads either.
Yeah, because they get Oh, you're literally fighting first.
Trying to. I hit him. Run over. Damn it! I have to redo this. Fuck! That's the last corner. Ah! I was on track to get my best time. Ah, shit. Ah, it doesn't matter now. Keep in mind, say I did win that one.
Yeah.
Minus off for however long this race takes, and I'll see if I was on track or not still.
Yeah.
Then I'll know if it was this race or not that did it. At least I'd like the peace of mind to know if I was going to get it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, these tracks do get... I wasn't expecting to mess up on this track, I'll be honest with you. This is not one that I have high risk of messing up on.
See, sometimes I think that can actually be a disadvantage for some people.
Yeah.
If you get too comfortable with a track, sometimes you can...
Oh, son of a bitch. Apparently that hit me, according to the screen on the side there.
At least that made it so that you jump.
What am I doing? I'm really not having a good time on this one, for some reason. Yeah, it was quicker for me to hit restart than go over the finish line and then have to go quick restart that way. Shave off a little bit of time. If we take off 3 minutes, if I'm 3 minutes away from my personal best, I'm going to be pissed. But at least I know it's possible. So I've used a lot of techniques in this run that I haven't actually used before.
Oh, okay.
So, I haven't successfully pulled off before, and I can do them now. So, can you... Look, I'm honestly just getting fucked left, right and centre by this track. What is it doing? Jesus Christ. It's not just me, right?
No.
It's Coco again, bitch. My incestual girlfriend. Oh, I've done it again!
Is there a shortcut there then?
It's cutting the corners, it's saving milliseconds.
No, I meant,
Go on.
there is a
Oh, no, that's...
platform.
No, yeah, no,
outside.
that's not a shortcut, that's just another part of the track, I believe. Where it's the, like, as I'm cutting the wall so fine, it's like, it doesn't load certain bits because it doesn't think I'm going to look at it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man, I'm so disheartened now. It's fine.
Oh, no, you've got this.
Well, I haven't got this, but I'll probably win this race still.
Well, exactly, that's what I mean, you've got this.
Not if I keep running into walls for some bizarre reason. Like the IQ of a 6-year-old at the moment for some reason. What's wrong with me? This is honestly a track that I don't mess up often. It's just stage fright. First time I ever had someone watch me live speedrun. I always do this on my own. Well, sometimes I do stream on Twitch, but I mean, you can imagine my audience is like 3 people. So it doesn't matter. You're the first person in person to watch me speedrun this.
Yeah.
I have done it over a friend's house before, but they weren't really paying much attention. There we go.
Got it. See?
3 minutes something. It just
Wow.
pops up. It's alright. If we take 3 minutes off at the end, if I'm 1 hour 21, I'm going to be annoyed. I will not be happy. Because that would mean personal best.
Oh. I like that.
There's a little spiral bit you're supposed to go down.
Yeah.
You can just leap off the edge. I technically went the wrong way because you can go the other side around the pillar, but I didn't want to risk it. So this one I've gained a bit of an affinity for, as I've said. I used to not like this one. It has very square corners. Look at the map.
Oh, yeah. Do this in like 2 minutes.
So the problem is this spider is a bastard. I wasn't going fast enough. That's fine. For actual speedrunners, that spider's a problem.
Because it is down. When
Yeah, it's global timing is way off. It's really annoying. And see, I'm still 5th, even though I'm racing my heart out, but I'm still 5th, 4th now. That's what's bizarre. That's why these tracks do get so much harder. Oh, you wank! And I apparently get worse. But I will be able to do this shortcut, thankfully.
Right.
Oh no, I won't.
I'm going to go get a drink, so you stop
That's
the
fine.
stage fright.
Can you get a Coke, please, for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, and I missed Ultra Sacred Fire. You need to come back as quickly as you can, Charlotte. Because there's a cool Ultra Sacred Fire bit here. Yeah, so Charlotte's going to go get me a Coke. That's good. Hopefully, I won't mess up too much. And oh, as I said it.
You jinxed it, baby.
Yeah. Ah! Shit. You want to climb over the back of me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so our sofa setup, you can't see how it looks, but that sounded weirder for audio than it was. Oh, wow. That didn't load in close enough for me to see it. What am I doing?
Oh!
It's a shortcut. I've lost a run on this one before as well.
Yeah.
As well as that Polar Pass one. This is the Ultra Sacred Fire bit. And I jumped. Why did I jump? If you jump, you just get... So if you jump over ramps, I haven't even told you this. Like you press the drift button over ramps, you gain a boost when you land.
Right.
Well, that counts as Ultra Sacred Fire.
Oh, okay.
If you
That's what
land.
you were talking
Yeah.
about earlier.
So I was like, why did I jump? It's alright. I should still win this one. Are you going to see also the ultimate strategy on this one? Do you want to see it now?
Yeah.
So at the end of this track, this bit definitely makes your time the best in the world. I promise. Honestly, you have to do it if you want to become professional, and there's no possible way that you shouldn't do it, because otherwise your time will suck. So if you go up this bit, right? I didn't take the shortcut, but that's fine. You don't have to. What you do need to do is one of these.
Why?
Ah, shit! No! No! Ah! Because I was showing off. Because I was showing off, Charlotte. You don't actually have to do it. It doesn't make your time better at all. It just makes you look cool. And look at those waveforms. Oh! Ah. That one looks a bit like a penis.
Let me know if you want a drink.
No, thank you. Fucking hell. I was really thinking about your why question. I wasn't paying attention. Oh dear. It's fine, I got this. Well, I'm definitely not going to get best time now. I won't be 3 minutes off, I'm going to be like an hour off. Hopefully I'm not my worst time. That'd be embarrassing. I was at 1:30 something. I think I failed 2 tracks in that as well.
Oh, come on, let's get your best time for failing 2 tracks then.
Yeah, 1:35 maybe. Ah, I jumped again. What am I doing, Charlotte? What am I doing?
Stage fright.
End the game. Don't know where that first place orb went. If something went behind me, let's do it again.
What is it doing?
There you go. It went for 3rd place and hit 3rd place twice. Then went for 2nd place and hit 2nd place twice. My thumb starting to hurt as well. The problem is I can only ever do 1 run of this. The problem. Yeah. Like I will have to stop after this and rest my thumb because I'm just. You can see how it looks. Yeah. My hands. It's just compressed down on the X constantly.
Ooh.
Can I just make a formal complaint and fuck those spiders where they come from? Fuck you. Honestly, the biggest bastards in this game. Next to Oxide. Hey! There you go, shut off now.
That is pretty cool.
I just thought I feel a bit better about myself.
No, it is cool.
It's the only place in the game you can do that. In the entire game. All the tracks, that's the only place you can do a 360. I think it's the biggest jump.
Mm. So what happens if you go the other way with the arrow? Do you just go
You go just the other way around, but it's quicker for you to maintain your speed and do that. You're going back on yourself twice.
Yeah.
If you do that. 3 times. Yeah, you go back on yourself 3 times, whereas that you only go back on yourself once. Can you wiggle that? Okay. That wasn't my dick. Huh. Ironically, Cortex is doing best at Cortex Castle. Who knew? I was like the little rain effects on this track. It's very cute.
Yeah.
Also,
it's actually quite good for
PlayStation 1 graphics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I didn't take the shortcut once, but that ramp there, you can skip the entire thing.
I was about to say don't do it
Spider's
again.
a bitch.
Because you're right there.
Right, if I'm 6 minutes out of my best time, I'm not going to be happy. That's fine, at least I messed up. Can I have some drink, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think this is the right one.
That's fine.
No, it wasn't, but oh well, we've got to
That's
it.
fine. Thank you. Where are we going now? Boss track? Boss track. Okay, so you're only going to see 2 new tracks now.
Oh.
Every time. You're only going to see 2 more tracks, but there are 4 tracks left.
Okay. So does the alien guy
Race on one of these?
race on tracks?
Races on one of these. What about the other one? It's 4 races, but only 2 tracks. The alien guy raced on one, yes.
I'm not entirely sure.
It's the other boss. Boss of Citadel.
Oh.
Pinstripe. The guy with the machine gun in Crash 1.
Yeah.
You have to hide behind the couch or whatever. Yeah.
Mhm.
He races on this one. Fuck this track. I will say that straight up. This is where I have a high chance of failing. This track. And especially the Pinstripe fight. Not fun. There's your Ultra Sacred Fire, which I missed. That giant jump there.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
Oh, are you supposed to get onto the wall?
No, you're supposed to land on the other side. But I skipped a vast part of the track by doing that.
Okay, so sometimes it doesn't look...
I'll keep the map up. I don't need to look at this speedometer. It's fine. But keep a look on what I jump and what I miss out on by doing that.
Okay.
Yeah. Provided I can do it again. I should be able to though. You just need. I only think you need 1 drift speed. The problem with the power version, right, is that our jumps are lower than the NTSC version.
Yeah.
So it actually makes it harder to do certain shortcuts. I think they're all still possible. All the glitch shortcuts are all still possible on PAL that are on NTSC. They're just harder to do. Worst time to get hit. Literally the worst time.
Because you can't recover before
Before you hit the boost.
Yeah.
Because they end up falling off. They have to then pick me up. Fuck you. Oh! Wow. Thank you, game.
It's really not your friend today, is it?
No. RNG gods aren't on my side. They were at the start and they decided, nah. Ah. So you see where the dots are going now?
Yeah.
They have to go up and loop all the way back round and down again. And now they've just passed that bit that I was at. First place. And what was I in fourth? Yeah, you see the pink dot? Coco?
Yeah.
See how much extra they have to do. There's also a way that you can skip a massive amount. I've never been able to pull off. Oops. I'll play tighter than that. Yeah. I'll kind of explain it.
Oh.
If you come to here,
Yeah.
spin round, do a 180 and drive backwards up the track, you've loaded a checkpoint.
Yeah.
And you can jump at the right point. If you boost and jump at the right point, you'll glitch into the wall and fall down and you'll land somewhere around here.
Right.
So you can skip basically the entire track and then you're here. So what you can do is fuck! I need to do it.
Alright,
okay, so that sometimes happens. Oh, I'm glad that happened. That's actually hard to pull off. Sometimes the game sees you as clearing over the checkpoint and ending up on the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
And then it thinks you've gone out of bounds because you've gone back over the wall. So the mask then picks you up and resets you to where it thinks you should be. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it thought I was on that part of the track just because I cleared the wall enough.
Yeah.
Landed, and then it picked me up and put it back. A 52-minute speedrun I saw had that in it. He managed to pull it off twice, messed it up, and then it did that. It picked him up, and it was like, wow, shout out to Aku Aku, basically saving the run. Okay, so that was the pinstripe level. The pinstripe's in. And now we are going to Oxide Station. Which one's mine? This one.
Either.
Oh, this one. I'll leave that down here next to me.
Yep.
But I probably didn't hear that, but I will. So yeah, this is the final boss track. I'm going to try and get Ultra Sacred Fire, and I'm going to try and take a shortcut, which will cut out quite a lot. Sorry I didn't show you the rest of the track on Hot Air Skyway.
Oh, don't worry about
But I managed to put it off 3 times, somehow. I probably won't be able to pull off the glitch one on this 3 times, but I'll give it my best shot. And when I don't, inevitably, I'll show you the rest of the track. I mean, I'm in 6th already, so it's not boding well. So it kind of behooves me a little bit to actually pull it off.
What do you mean? You're not 5th?
Right, this is the Ultra Sacred Fire spot.
So
And
jump.
I already did. Oh, you bitch. Alright, well, I'm not taking the shortcut then. Don't blow up, don't blow up, don't blow up. This has low gravity as well, this part, so you have to go out here, you can cut that corner. And that's not the shortcut. And it has this cool little tunnel, which lands you right here. It's lovely, it's a cute little track. We've got a little nice outer space bit. Very cool track. I like it a lot. I do like this track a lot. Even the RNG is not on my side today, and that's not. I mean, that is me making a bit of an excuse. If I was a little bit better, I would be able to deal with it. But I've not been on point with expecting some of the things. That was a very nice RNG though moment. Though, close the gap for first place a bit. So hopefully, if I don't get a TNT on my head, I might be able to get the shortcut that I was trying for. And with a mask, oh, thank you. Now if I mess it up, it absolutely is me. Whoop. What we'll do is we can watch a speedrunner over lunch if you want and see how an actual professional plays this. If you'd like. Yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah, you right with that?
Yeah.
Just don't be infatuated with him more than me.
Don't think that's possible.
Oh, cute. Wow, I jumped too much. No, I jumped too much. Oh, I actually did it too well. I mean, I have 6 laps to try this. because I have the 3 laps here and then the 3 laps when I do it again.
Yeah.
So I most likely will pull off that shortcut once out of all of those.
If you jumped too far.
I jumped
though.
too far. I'll show you where I'm supposed to land, but I jumped too far. I don't believe it. It might be because I had a mask and I was sacred firing, but I'm gonna try and do that anyway. It's good to have a backup, and I know I can slow it down. I'd rather overdo it than underdo it. At least that means I can do it. You know.
Yeah.
I don't believe I jumped too far. I landed on an old part of the track, and so that's why I got reset.
Oh.
At that point you've loaded a checkpoint, so you can skip that wall and land somewhere. You know that I'm not sure that giant tunnel that had boost pads like on the ceiling and the floor after the space section.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you land. I'll show you it. I'll show you it. I will do it now anyway, so that's fine. I'll just sacred fire. Jumped. Why did I do that? It's alright. Maintain sacred fire. Don't go too close to the wall. Did anyway. Fuck you. Never mind. So if you jump that wall like you're supposed to,
yeah,
you will land. It's always good with long pauses because that means it's a good shortcut. Here.
Oh, okay.
Right there is where you land. So you skip that entire space section where it's low gravity as well, so it's slower. Yeah. So you skip a fair amount.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Thank you, game. Well, how are we doing for time?
You are on 114.
114, yeah, okay. So personal best is out the window. I'm not beating the game in 5 minutes. I mean, I wish. But I'm doing alright, annoyingly. Minus 6 minutes off that. I just messed up a couple. I can absolutely get my personal best. Not today. Because my thumb is hurting me like hell. Oh, and also, I forgot to mention, if you do no language, the heads of the bosses all swap.
Right.
No one knows why it happens. It just does. It's very bizarre.
Yeah.
But what I'm doing now, I've taken the basically entire run to mention what type of run I'm doing. This is what known as a warpless any percent speed run.
Okay.
Okay. Any percent is a category which most games have. Here's a boss battle. He uses bowling bombs exclusively. The only boss that can fire forwards, apart from Oxide.
Okay.
Yeah. So any percent speed run is pretty much in every game. It's just getting from the opening of the game to the credits.
Okay.
Okay. That's what any percent means. He's a savant with those bombs as well.
He's a what?
Savant, like he's Deadeye.
Oh, okay.
He's so good with those bombs. So I really need to get a shortcut down. I'm going to be in second place most of the race. I think I've been in second place the entire race and then just took him to the finish line before. But what I'm hoping is he'll fuck off around now. And I'll do that. What? Shit. Oh no. I have to keep trying it because I'm too far gone.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it.
Oh, you have.
Okay. So I haven't lost as much. If I just gone the normal way round, I wouldn't have lost that much time on him. That's probably set me back as much as getting hit by one bomb.
Okay.
By doing that. If I didn't do the shortcut.
Yeah.
Obviously, if I didn't put it off and got hit by a bomb, that's probably sent me back about that much. So swings and roundabouts, you know, could be worse. And I got hit by a bomb. Oh, and another one! Fuck you. See what I mean? He's a Deadeye. He's an absolute Deadeye with those bombs.
Ooh.
His anticipation of where you are is ridiculous. Like, I don't know what they've programmed him with. Steroids, apparently. They just knew exactly. And he can drift that corner like nobody else. I don't think... He hits you in the most annoying places. If you time the recovery as well, you can get a boost off of it, like I did. If you rev at the right time, like you do at the start line, you can get a boost when the mask puts you down.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I was timing those. Yeah. Alright. giving it to me.
Liked you anyway. Ooh, first place.
Yeah. So you can bowling bomb forwards as well. Nothing about bowling bombs. There's no warning when they're going to come for you.
Oh.
Not like missiles. Like if the missile hits you, it's got that little target thing that it's coming for you, and the first place missile, little target thing to let you know you're about to get hit.
Yeah.
Bowling bombs, there's no way of knowing. They would just hit you, and that'll be it. Right, I'm gonna let him pass me. I say that he's gonna pass me on this little spiral bit, and then I'm gonna rocket him. I'll be surprised if he doesn't. I'm sacred firing, so okay, that's probably why. I didn't ultra sacred fire because guess who jumped?
You did.
Yeah, I did.
You can hear him.
Yeah, he's right on my tail. That was pure spite. Oh, you dick munch. Have some of this. Shit. Well, that's not good. That's not good. I need to get this and get a miracle. It's still technically possible. The RNG gods are on my side. I'll get triple rockets here. And I'll be able to take this corner perfectly. And then I'll be able to fire 3 rockets off like that. Don't fucking believe it. I don't fucking believe it.
Well done. That's just ridiculous.
Everything went right there. Everything went right to save that run for me. Oh my god. So now we're in the second hub, like the second hub area. I can't speak. Every run has something crazy like that, and that's why I love speedrunning. Oxide. Here we go. Yeah, that's why I love speedrunning this game, because every single run has something mental like that. I think in my highlight Let's Play video, there is me desperately praying for a boost. I get a boost on Coco Park, for some reason I'm doing really bad on Coco Park. I get a boost, and on the right end I just go rounder and then cross the finish line in first place, second place to first, right at the finish line, like that. Ridiculous. So, the thing about Oxide, right, is that he's a fucking cheater.
Okay.
That was non-go. He does that. And he can just throw every item. And he will just do that.
Oh.
Expect TNT, bombs, no missiles, they're not that mean. But he basically shoots everything that the previous bosses have. It's like an amalgamation of all the bosses. So if I'm ever to get the shortcut, now would be the time. And he doesn't even get affected that much by being hit by stuff.
That's crazy, isn't it, Ian?
Wow, I'm not sacred firing. I'm going to try it anyway.
Ooh.
Awful. I want to do that shortcut. I want 2 more attempts. Oops, I went too far out. I hit the invisible wall. My bad. How are we doing for time?
You're on 121.
121. That was an old personal best of mine.
Ooh.
There's going to be a lot of that. When you're behind him, there's just a lot of that. If you're really good as well, you can skip a massive portion of this track.
Oh my god.
That's just going to happen. Trust me. It's just going to keep happening. The rubber banding is going to catch me up eventually. You can't get too far behind him without the game like balancing it a bit. Whoop. See how many items there are. There's so fucking many items. I hit 2 beakers in a row there. Those missiles are just like, I don't know what the fuck he is. This is actually the nicest part, the TNT and Nitros. He says while driving straight into a Nitro. Cool, I'll save those. Those will come in rather handy. I can't get over that pinstripe finish.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. I was in a little bit of awe.
Oh, you wanker! Not you.
I got that.
No, I can't do the shortcut because you can't jump with a rain cloud on you. Sorry, you were saying?
You've got 10 Wampa fruits though.
Yeah, I've only got a slight. That's only like 2% increase in speed. I've got 3 missiles. I need a home stretch where I can hit them on. But now we're gonna get Beaker City. Fuck you!
Oh my god.
Slight correction, you can jump, I don't think you can drift
Oh.
with that rain cloud on.
Yeah.
Oh, I just drifted there. Well, I don't know what it is. So it messes you up somehow. So I'm jumping there and I did do a drift. Oh, it makes you slippery. There you go. I'm sliding all over the place. There we go.
Yeah, so not as good drift.
Yeah, it's like you're on ice.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Told you there's going to be a lot of that. So think how many items I got hit by the entire speedrun.
Oh, that's good then.
Less than this.
Ooh.
Okay, I kind of deliberately used my shield. I don't know why I did that. It will use the same items in each section as well.
At least you can start
Jumps.
kind of knowing when he's going to throw stuff out then.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ah, I did do the shortcut. And I missed the bomb. Oh well. Well, I just have to use my pure skill to get in there.
Oh, so close.
No, I've got this. So, provided I don't do any massive mistakes, even if he passes me, I've got 3 rockets. So there should be no way that he wins this. Should in big capital letters. I'd have to really mess it up because I've got 2 more lives basically.
Yeah.
You saw what happened there.
This is tense though.
There we go, it's the end. Yeah, I've done it. Fine. Get ready to pause. Time.
125.10.
125.10. Not great. That is my best with 2 faults. Minus 6 minutes off that.
119.
Fuck. That's a bit annoying. Alright, so that would have been a PB if I didn't have those 2 mess ups, but that's not how speedrunning works.
No.
Unfortunately, that is not how speedrunning works. But that's the way the cookie crumbles anyway. For 2 faults, that's the best I've managed to do. Ever, with 2 faults. So I'm quite chuffed with that.
First time that you've had someone.
First time I've had someone sitting with me as well. So that's not a bad time, to be honest with you. It's not an amazing time. I could get my personal best. I think I can. Next time I give this a go, I'm going to get my PB. I made 2 really fatal errors. What the Oxide Station, which I don't know what went wrong. I just kept falling off the edge for some reason.
And tiny one.
No, I got Tiny Arena. I come first. It was Cortex Castle.
Oh yeah.
Because I got hit by that fucking spider at the end.
Because
I showed off.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have done that knowing I hadn't failed already.
Yeah.
But, well, that was fun anyway. I hope you enjoyed this little sort of bonus video. I've kind of said in my last speed run that I would not be doing one of these again, because the next one I would be doing would be in Nitro Fjord most likely. But I mean, I do love this game. Obviously I'm going to be coming back to this game as much as humanly possible, because it's the original and it's cute anyway. And so expect more like stuff in the original, stuff in the new one. Maybe there's some exploits in the new one that aren't in this one, but I assume they've got rid of a lot of the glitch shortcuts, obviously. And they can patch glitch shortcuts, and there's online racing as well, so they're not going to want it to be as broken mess. Who's going to want to do that Oxide Station jump if everyone's doing that online?
Yeah.
That's not going to make it fun, so they're probably going to patch most of the shortcuts. And the hot air skyway where I do the 180, most of it's probably going to be patched. So I'll probably be coming back to this because I'll probably be able to get the best time in this compared to Nitro Fjord. But it's fun anyway. I'm still going to run Nitro Fjord when it comes out, and I mean, hopefully when this comes out, I'm having a fucking amazing time playing it. But I would like to thank you anyway for being with me, Charlotte.
Thank you for showing me how it is.
No worries. Sorry for the overload of information. I hope you took it all in. And I need a nap.